Hello my lovelies, and welcome to today's video. I'm Alya and I'm really glad that you got to pop in. So today is another one of those. I'm going to do a really impressionable eye look using only eyeshadows. For those of you who don't feel comfortable using pencils, I have come up with a few different techniques to make the eyeshadow look really effective and just as, well, not just as, but very good at outlining the eyes and giving the eyes shape without having to use a pencil, because I've been written to by a few people saying I'm not really comfortable using a pencil, I don't really like liquid eyeliner, I don't really feel comfortable using it. Can you show me how to do it with eyeshadows? I like eyeshadows. For sure I can. Alright, so let's do this. Let's jump in. So I've spoken about this in many videos before, but I highly recommend priming, watch that word, your face and lids and skin in general, anywhere that you're going to be putting product. Now when I say priming, I don't mean slap, you know, a spoonful of concealer on like you see on Instagram. No, I'm not for concealer at all under the eyes. I feel like, under the eyeshadows, I feel like the eyeshadow should perform on its own, but sometimes you want to give it a little bit of a good canvas, that's all. So definitely moisturize. I've got my little concoction. You look back through the catalogue, there's everywhere. It's a beautiful combination of two Young Living products that I've mixed up to suit my skin, my very dry skin. Very benign, very safe, very lovely, very effective product. And then I'm going to go through with the misting spray. Now this little bottle kind of reminds you of all the misting sprays and setting sprays and priming sprays that there are on the market. The only difference is it's completely natural and it's full of beautiful oils. Okay, so I hope I remember to link the product details down below in the box, because I think everybody should know what to spray their face with. You don't necessarily have to buy Young Living, you can mix your own. Just make sure you buy very high therapeutic digestible grade oils. Not to digest, just digestible grade. So I'm going to put some on the lids and a little bit on the face because I love it. Okay, so the lids are just a little bit moistened, so I'm going to tap it in a little bit just to make sure I got everywhere. And I'm going to start with a very fluffy but very wide brush like this, and I'm going to go for, I'm just wearing neutral colors today, so I can go any color I want. So I'm going to start with maybe a little bit of purple. Now normally I would do things a little bit out of order or in a different order, but I'm going to show you how to make things really effective. So I'm going to start with my brightest color, and this is a color called Wildflower. It's like a bluey purple. I'm just going to go all over the lid with it. Just like this. So as you might have noticed, I went a little bit above the crease. My eyes do hood a little bit when I'm relaxed, when I'm not, you know, talking into a camera. So I do like to go a little bit higher with my eyeshadow. So I'm of course using my Ether Beauty Joshua Tree palette, and I'll be using their Amethyst palette too. The reason I always use these, even though I have like 6 other brands in my collection, is because I'm not a review channel. I'm not going to go and spend my personal money that should be going to my children, you know, on makeup. I buy it as I can, as a special treat. I save up for it, and the company I've decided to really back is Ether Beauty, and of course the Savvy Minerals or the Young Living, because they are clean, they are beautiful, they are vibrant, they work, they definitely play along with the big boys, they can definitely keep up, you know, and they're safe. And with Ether, why I really loved her stuff is this is cardboard. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous packaging, but it's cardboard and there's no mirror or anything, so 100% recyclable as well. So good for the earth, which is a lovely thing to do, and 1% of every single sale goes to a different charity depending on which palette you buy. So one of these palettes, I think it was the Amethyst, actually went to help the Australian koalas after the bushfires, which is just, which Californian do you expect to run a single person business and put that kind of donation out there? I think that was lovely, and clearly someone who's got their finger on the pulse of world issues, and it's just a lovely gesture. So not the reason necessarily I supported her. I think the product is amazing, but these are nice little extra things that make you want to back this wonderful woman up. So I'll also link her website as well. I do have an affiliate code. I don't know if it's working at the moment with COVID, but definitely look out for their sales, because their sales are tremendous. I got the Amethyst one for something like 30% off originally, which is what made me do it. So definitely look out. Okay, next I'm going to take a beautiful fluffy brush like this, and I'm going to go into a beautiful light color. This one's called Meditation. It's a purpley toned fawn kind of color, and I'm going to go right on the crease and above, overlapping a little bit with this purple. See how that just softens and blends it out and gives that eye a bit more of an open shape? Okay, so next we need to introduce something to really lift the eyes up. Just looking for my beautiful crease brush. Where are you? Aha. Love this. Cheapest thing I've ever bought, I think. This was $3 from Target. It's by Elf Cosmetics. I'm sure that everyone everywhere around the world has Elf, or it's available online. And I'm going to go in for a nice matte color. This one's called Mesquite, at least that's what I'm calling it. M-E-S-Q-U-I-T-E. And it just looks like that. It's just a beautiful coffee color. Kind of blends in with the bristles of this brush a little bit. And I'm just going to dab it at first until I'm happy with the shape it gives me. And I'm actually quite happy with that. Just a very subtle cat. Again, causing the eye to lift. And then I'm going to blend it under to continue that lift. Okay, just like that. So you've got that perfect kind of, I don't know, I guess it's kind of reminiscent a little bit of what they're doing at the moment all over Instagram, with the eyeliners being, you know, a bit of contrast, but we're going to blend it in. So very, very cool, and it really does give you that lift. So sort of after and before. Okay, and here they are, the two eyes, nice blended. So you get this beautiful purple fawn, and then finally the coffee blend going into towards the brow. And just stop shy of the brow, where you're going to take a very skinny brush. I've already got a little bit of product on it, but I'm going to add more. I like to use a shimmer. Any pale shimmer will do. Tap off any excess onto your hand. A bit more on the curve of the brow, and then stretch it out. And that same product, or that same gloss, can go on the inner corner. Just like that. So as I said, I'm doing things completely out of order because this is a little bit different for me, and it's a little bit experimental. Not really, but a little bit. So there's two things I could do now. Now I could use my multitasker, which is a beautiful deep brown. You can see that's what I filled my eyebrows with. By the way, ladies, you've got to do something with your eyebrows when you're covering with a mask, because your whole look is brows and eyes. That's all you have. So if you have a nice, thick, beautiful brow, I'm very jealous. Just brush it out and make sure it's just neat and even, and you know, just a little bit of something to hold it in place, like some soap. Of course, use something that's good for you, not toxic, but soap, and just shape it, or some gel if you have something good, some thicker oil might work, anything that you like to use to shape your brows. If you don't have any eyebrows like me, you fill them in with something beautiful like a multitasker. So what I'm going to do now is, I've only got a tiny bit on the lid, which is plenty, by the way. I could do 6 brows with this. I'm just going to tap the brush like this, so one side then the other side, so that both sides are nice and filled. And then my favorite trick in the whole world is taking some of the misting spray into a lid, which I'm suddenly missing, so I'm just going to use its lid. That way you can dip back in a million times. And I'm just going to use where there's not too much liquid, and then I'm going to take this angled brush, which again I use for eyebrows, and I'm going to start shaping out the basically where the lashes stop. So I'm not going to go too high. There you go. So any eyeshadow you can do this with. If you don't have the misting spray, that's fine. Again, you can use just tap water, that's fine. Boiled water if you're that way inclined. And all you're really doing is you're just defining your lashes. So it's very, very subtle. It's dark brown, it's not even black. And you could have done the same thing with like a matte black, a green, any color in the world, and it will achieve this. I just love the multitasker for this sort of stuff because it doesn't sort of stand out so strong. The other thing you could do if you wanted an even softer look, or if you were a little bit less confident than to even do that, is just take a flat brush of any variety. Same thing, you can just wet it. It doesn't have to be with the misting spray. Okay, make sure there's not too much on the brush. Okay, dipping into the multitasker again. Oops. Okay, and just shade it like a pencil. Okay, obviously not as defined, but still does the trick. So if you can take notes or do a doodle with a pencil, you can do this. Don't be afraid just because it's your eyes. There's nothing dangerous once your eye is shut to do. You can just run it over as much as you want, building up the product until you're happy. You can dab, you can run, all these sort of things. I'm just going to smudge this out as well, just to match, make them two the same, just like that. And there we are, a beautiful, effective look. No pencil, no liquid eyeliner. I know everybody's shocked that I'm not wearing liquid eyeliner, which I love to do. I love the look of it. I love how it really brings life to the eye, but it's not necessary. What is necessary though is mascara. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, just to finish, I'm going to steep a little bit of loose powder under the eye here and here on the nose, and that's it. That's the makeup. That's all the makeup I wear these days, because what's the point? It's covered anyway. So that's what I've got there. The boys are playing in the background. See, very, very cute, and you can just imagine with a mask of some sort on. That's not my mask, by the way. I've got a nice beautiful one. I've shown a million photos of it before, that my mum's beautiful friend made for me. She's amazing. So I've got a personally made one, I've got about 5 in rotation or so, because I do have to wear it at work for up to 10, sometimes 11 hours, so I change them frequently. Please do change your masks frequently. That is of the utmost importance. You definitely don't want to be breathing your own germs any more than somebody else's, so change them, guys. Yeah, so that is my look. That is my look for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that this gave you a little bit more clarity of what to do in case you don't like using liquid eyeliners or pencils, which it has been brought to my attention I do a lot of. So something different. Okay, I hope that you guys are keeping really well. I hope you are having things a little bit easier than we are in Melbourne at the moment, because I just really hope that for everybody this is a little bit too hard, I find, for a lot of people. So I hope that you're really doing very well. If you have a moment, please do hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It just means that YouTube's going to tell you that I've uploaded, and sometimes I don't upload on schedule because it's, you know, life happens, and I'm very sorry and I feel really bad about it, but I do like to do 2 a week when it's possible. One will be on tickles, one on makeup, so let YouTube remind you when things are happening on Ida's Creations. For more stuff behind the scenes and not on YouTube, please head over to Instagram. It has an adjacent Facebook page if that's more comfortable, so look me up there. Wherever you are around the world, I really do mean it. Please be well, please be safe, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye.